Welcome back. This is Scott Tanker, host of Breakfast with the Boss. I'm with one of my new favorite friends, Krista. How you doing today?
Wonderful, Scott.
It's a beautiful day out there, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, listen, today, as in every Thursday from 9:30 to 10, we have a great show. We talk to people who have purpose. They have meaning in their life. They want to share that meaning. And usually these people can help other people do what they need to do, whether it be health, business, or even personal growth. Today we have a really interesting person, a personal friend of mine actually, and this is Deborah Sarcone. How are you?
Hi, Scott.
Nice
How
to
are
see
you?
you.
So
Good,
nice
good,
to
good.
be here.
Yes, Deborah and I go back a few years, and she is as beautiful as she is. She's done so many different things in her life that I wanted to bring her on the show today and have her share with you the things that she's done, the way she's reset herself, re-engineered herself, and what she's doing now, which is really, if you think about it, when you finish talking and listening to her, she's probably been setting herself up for this all her life. But she's only been doing this for 2 years, exactly the thing we're talking about, which is she's a real estate agent. So,
I am.
welcome.
Thank you.
Now, tell us, because I really teed you up there, tell us how you've done so many great things in your life.
So many.
That brought you to this point now. Let's start out with just the real estate aspect, and we'll talk about the other personal growth issues. But the real estate aspect, you mentioned to me offline, you've been in politics. Tell us, you get started. Tell us.
Okay. Well, I was a hairdresser. I was always interested in law. I was always interested in serving the public and political aspirations, and just anything that served the public and helped individuals. Eventually, I got into politics. I ran for office in Evesham, Marlton, New Jersey, and I became a councilwoman, deputy mayor. I actually went through the whole reassessment of Evesham.
And that means on the real estate side.
Yes.
Okay.
So I understand value. I understand everyone's concerns over the value and different aspects of how homes are evaluated, and location and where you live and taxes and just everything about anything with real estate. I think I've been through.
And you've been doing that you did that many years, many years.
I was in politics 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm very familiar with all of Burlington County.
Nice.
I walked the whole town of Marlton campaigning.
That's a big walk.
Yeah, I've helped other individuals run for office, so I know the whole Burlington County, and I'm very familiar with Camden County. And so I decided to get into real estate. I have a few friends that are real estate agents, and they're like, Debbie would be perfect as an agent.
You have so much history, so much background, so much expertise in the nuances of the area.
And business-wise, you know, my ex-husband, who we're still very close, we're good friends, and my son is in a business for almost 100 years, Sarcone's Bakery in South Philly.
Right.
My son's 5th generation in that business.
Nice.
So I understand the business aspects. I also am dabbling in a little commercial real estate as well.
So do you focus on
residential
real estate? So folks out there, one thing that Deb does that a lot of people haven't ever done is really understand the basics of the tax assessment for your home in Marlton. And when she says she's walked every inch, it's because she had to, not that she wanted to.
Yes.
And there's a lot of houses in Marlton, and there's a lot of work to be done when you're doing a reset on your real estate taxes.
And there's a lot of concern, and so your values, some go up, some go down. But a township could never collect any more money than it takes to run it. So say if you have, we'll say a $30 million budget. You can't collect $30 million and 1 cent.
Right.
You can only collect $30 million. So if your value goes up in some areas and your value goes down in others, there has to be a happy medium, and they will adjust the rate to adjust to how much money is actually collected by the township.
So it's a lot more.
So it's not like, you know, they're trying to raise your taxes to
just
collect
to get
more
and
money.
more.
No,
Right.
It's trying to even out the say playing field, values of homes, because if someone bought a home for $17,000 30 years ago, and next door they bought a home for $200,000, the next door neighbor's paying so much more in taxes than the other. Unfortunately, sometimes when you own a whole older home, your taxes will go up a little, but not that much, because they actually have to adjust the rate according to how much money that they would collect. So and if your home is new, you're paying high.
But if
taxes,
you buy it,
and that will go
new,
lower. It will
Right.
adjust lower, and if you're in the middle, it'll stay the same. But it's usually not like thousands of dollars. It might some $50, $100. People get crazy over it, and really, it's not to collect more taxes. It's just to keep the values of your home even for everyone, and their tax base even.
So
for
is there
everyone.
any trick to buying a house as it relates to real estate taxes?
A
An
trick?
older house?
I don't think there's a
once you
trick.
buy an older house, then it gets reset anyway.
Well, you
automatically,
would. A question to ask is, when was the last time the township was reassessed? Usually, it would be from around 15 years or so. They like you to reassess, just so the values stay even and stay the same, so that you don't have that fluctuation of different tax base that people are their incomes are.
And who decides that you need to reset and to revalue?
The state.
The state comes into the county and says you need to do
it's time. Yes.
Wow. See, we learned something. Ladies and gentlemen, stay with us. This is Scott Tanker and Debbie Sarcone and Krista, my new host, that is going to stay with us on this Thursday, because there's so much more to talk about regarding real estate taxes and how to look at a house when you're trying to buy it. Debbie's an experienced person. Stay with us. We'll be back after these messages, and we'll talk to you some more. Welcome back. This is Scott Tanker with Debbie Sarcone and Krista, that are talking to you about real estate, specifically residential real estate, and the taxes that Debbie, in all her experience with the townships involved, has really understood how these taxes emanate, when they come about. And now she's taken all that experiences. Now she's an associate at Berkshire Hathaway, an associate realtor at Berkshire Hathaway, and she's here to help you understand your residential purchases.
It's important to choose a person that you trust as well.
Right.
Because we're dealing with so much personal information. You're speaking with these individuals 3 to 6 months, I'd say.
Minimum,
yes, and so you're dealing with a lot of hundreds of thousands of dollars, and so you have to be a trusted person, and that's one thing that I think in choosing a realtor. And we have to have loyalty, respect. There's time. That's one thing about myself is I'm an empty nester now, so my
kids got nothing
grown.
to do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Now, I'm divorced, but I have a great relationship with my ex-husband. We both. Our children are in their 20s.
You understand what's important in life.
Yes.
I have a great relationship with my ex.
Yes.
We know what's important.
Both children. So, it's kind of difficult sometimes when you're a homemaker and you're a mom and you're working.
The focus on it.
Yes, you can have soccer games, hockey games, cheerleading meets, which is what I had. So now my clients can call me 24/7, and I'm always available. And I love it. It's my personality. And anything that they need, I find myself going over and above what is expected. And I love it.
One of the
things
things, I've been in the business of buying a house, or being with someone who's buying a house, and one of the things that I got annoyed about was lack of communication.
Yeah, well.
Second thing I got annoyed about was, why don't you have an open house for the house we're trying to sell? Well, you're selling this house on contingency, or you're buying this house on contingency, but these papers haven't been signed yet on contingency sale.
On the other side.
On the other side.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, but that shouldn't stop you from trying to sell my house.
Exactly.
And in fact, we ran into such an unhappy situation, we backed out.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but and this was down near the shore. It wasn't up here. But communication is real important, because people are nervous, they don't understand things, and they need to hear from you. And in today's world of faxing and texting, there should be no excuse not to communicate with someone.
Absolutely not.
I'd rather be told twice than not told once.
Absolutely not. I hold open houses. I enjoy them.
Right.
But there's also a safety factor with open houses
Nowadays,
as well.
I'm afraid.
Yeah, we take classes all the time now. We're told not agents. I'm actually sitting in a house advertising. I'm sitting in a house alone with the doors open.
Yeah. Right.
And so we're taught there's a lot of safety issues. We make sure that our clients put everything away. Don't leave anything out. Don't leave any medications out. Don't leave any jewelry out.
But even your own protection. I was thinking of you
Absolutely,
more than
as myself.
we know what they ask the client that do. But nowadays, I'm afraid
I've always
we need
been
to worry
told
about
if
you.
anybody kidnaps you or takes you, after 5 minutes they'll drop you right off.
Yeah, my mother tried to get me kidnapped, and
You
she had no luck.
talking my way out of it. They'll be like, oh no.
My mother took me to the mall, tried to lose me, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love serving the public. It's just my thing.
I have a question, because I
Sure.
hear different people, and sometimes from realtors. I always hear from realtors, the market is booming. Is that just because
It's an
they're
optimistic
real
statement.
Actually, now I think the market right now, there's not a lot of inventory. This is the seller's market right now,
Okay.
right
Okay.
at the moment. Yeah, inventory's a little bit low
Mhm.
right now, so homes are going pretty fast. There's more buyers than sellers, actually.
If you're so interested in what you do, and that obviously makes a difference. You communicate well, that obviously makes a difference. You have experience, that obviously makes a difference. There's so many of you out there. How can we know that you're going to do something a little different? And I don't mean to put you on the spot, but there's so many people out there. I know you're good. How can the world know, how
Well,
can help.
air my show every day. You can.
There
No,
you go, ladies and
I am
gentlemen. I don't know
out.
where I was, right. Yeah.
Well, you use social media. I'm emailing. I'm out there. I'm
You are.
networking. I'm handing my cards.
You're
I'm
willing to
not
go the
one
extra
to
mile.
call.
Yeah.
I don't. They say you should, cold call people. I'm not one to do that.
That's
I
not
feel
who
like
you are.
I'm annoying. I let people know, and anyone who knows me over the years knows that I'm a trustworthy person. I'm available. They can call me anytime, and I've already been notified by a lot of people. Whenever I'm ready, I'm calling you because I know
That's what I
that.
want.
Yeah. So it's
Well, I already knew that because
Yeah.
I've known you for a few years, and I know that Debbie can really give you a great experience in looking for a house or selling your house.
I enjoy it.
And she enjoys
I
it. And
enjoy
how good is that?
taking everyone around, looking at houses.
I envy people that enjoy things that I don't like.
Yeah, I do. I really enjoy what
I feel
I'm
like I'm
doing.
filling out an application. Some people, I want to make sure this is right. I don't like that
In
stuff.
Burlington County, I know like the back of my hand. Camden County, I know
Yeah.
so well. Gloucester County,
That's great.
anywhere in South Jersey. I mean, we're licensed in the whole state of New Jersey. I
Right.
can sell real estate anywhere. But
This is your sweet
this is
spot.
my area.
Yeah.
Burlington County, Camden County, Gloucester County. I'm getting to know. It's not that difficult, you
Right.
know.
Well,
I can look at a home and know exactly. And I like to get my clients. I like to go around looking at different homes because I like to get their feel on what they really love, the type of home that they like, the area that they like to live in, different townships. The school districts are important to individuals who plan on having
Sometimes
children.
getting into Philly from here, Philadelphia.
Yes,
So
yeah,
listen.
absolutely.
Stay with us because we have another commercial break because
Okay.
we do have sponsors. But I am with a really experienced person with respect to their standards on real estate sales. And Debbie Sarcone is someone you need to speak to. Let's get right back to her after these commercials. Stay with us. Welcome back. This is Scott Tanker, host of Breakfast with the Boss. We're on our final segment here regarding Debbie Sarcone and her experience as a real estate agent, but also as someone who's been in real estate for so many years. She can really help you understand what you're buying, where you're buying, what are the best values for you and your family. And I can't overemphasize that experience is so important. And I also can't overemphasize someone who loves to do what she does.
I do.
That's
I
really
really
great.
do.
Now-
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
is.
work. The first year, getting acclimated and learning all the different,
Right.
all the paperwork that goes into it and time. But I love it. Just call me. I'll come
You
get
don't
you.
want to try to do this on your own, ladies and gentlemen. I know there's a cost to everything,
Oh,
but
yeah.
in the long
Oh,
term, that
yeah.
cost is amortized over many years. So when you get an experienced person to find the house you like in the place you like, with the schools you like, for the shopping and the kids, and maybe the proximity to Philadelphia, you can't do that on your own.
And the
Even if-
legalities involved as well.
And the compliance
You
issues.
yes, absolutely. You have to know what you're doing. You have to know the correct contracts to draw up for each. Everyone is different.
Different, right.
Leasing, buying, selling. Everyone is different, and there's different compliances that you have to.
And another thing that's good about Deb is that she knows the attorneys in the area, so that if you need
You
an
know
attorney,
everybody in the area.
yeah, if you need an attorney to look this stuff over, she knows the right
I know
person.
plenty.
She knows the moving companies. She's perfect for helping you get in this area. And what do I mean by this area? Camden County, New Jersey, Burlington County, New Jersey, Gloucester County, New Jersey. Those 3 counties alone have hundreds of thousands of people. It's thousands, tens of thousands of homes.
Yes. Yes.
But it's a seller's market,
yes.
she said.
It is a seller's market at the moment.
Right.
That could change.
But you could find the
but
gem.
at the moment,
You
yes.
can always find
yes.
what they call it, the needle in the haystack.
It's very stressful, though, going through house hunting. And once you do find that perfect house, the one thing I think that really scares buyers and irritates sellers is a home inspection. You have to have a home inspector come in, and every single time, it's just their job. They're there for 2-3 hours with and they're writing this down and writing that down, and it scares the homeowners, and it scares the home buyers and irritates the sellers. But it's always for both. It protects the seller and it protects the buyer as well. So it's very, very, very important. And it really shouldn't scare you because it's their job to pick out little things. No home is perfect.
Right.
There's not one home.
They walk a fine line, because you can't. You represent the buyer and the
seller.
seller.
You have to disclose
It's incredible
everything.
the fine line you walk. Who do
If
you
you-
represent in these deals?
If I'm representing the buyer and the buyer or the seller, if the seller tells me something that wasn't disclosed, you have to sign a disclosure form
Right.
before with your contract, and you're supposed to talk about every single thing about your home, if anything was wrong at any time, or if you had anything
I've
fixed.
seen those. You ever seen those lists?
And you have to fill them out. You have to be honest, and never try and hide anything, because it's going to come out. It's going to come out in the long run. And as a buyer, your credit history is very important. If you're planning on buying, don't charge anything in the whole time that you're trying to buy a home. Your credit history is very important. Your ratio on your income and what you're putting out in expenses. You sign a contract and you're like, oh, my contract's signed. Let me go out now and purchase something really big. Well, by the time it gets to settlement, that's also the mortgage company will take that into consideration. So don't buy anything extravagant. Pay your bills on time. Don't run up your credit cards, and you should be fine. If your credit is kind of in, I don't want to say in the tanker, give it about 6 months before you go shopping again for a home, and pay all your bills on time. Don't purchase anything. If you're leasing, pay your rent on time. There's a NTN report that comes out. Every landlord requires it now. If you want to lease a home, you have to do a report. It's $15 to get the report done. Some require a credit check as well, but most it's just a landlord. It's a landlord. Yes, and it's a report that all landlords fill out when you're leasing, and it lets them know if you pay your rent on time. So it's very important not to be late for that, because the score goes from 0 to 100. And I've had clients that I've put in their NTN report, and it's come back at 0. And I was like,
I'm sorry, but
what?
that's a little
What
bit of a
are you
shake-up.
thinking?
Yeah.
It's going.
What are you gonna buy? A shirt?
And they're like, can you talk to the agent? Can you talk to the landlord? I went through a tough time, and I feel my heart goes out, because
But you can't
people
go
go
with that.
through a hard time. They really do.
Especially
And
nowadays.
everyone deserves a second chance. And I'm not judgmental.
Right.
Just
But you gotta work at it.
before you start, give it 6 months. Really work on it for about 6 months before you decide to go out and rent.
That's a great piece of advice. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
if you don't meet Debbie, and you know her consultations are courtesy of the firm, because she loves meeting you and talking to you and helping you understand what you need to do to even prepare to buy a house or to sell a house. So she'll help you stage it, she'll help you sell it, she'll help you buy them. The most important thing is you need to contact her. Do me a favor, tell the audience how to get a hold of you.
I work at Berkshire Hathaway in Mount Laurel office. It's 856-222-0077, or my cell, 609-923-1005, 24/7. I'm available anytime for
Sure.
any real estate needs, leasing, buying, or selling.
And how about your email in case I want to touch base with you?
Deborah, DEBORAH Sarcone, SARCONE at foxroach.com. That's FOXROACH.com.
Do yourself a favor, do us a favor, call Deborah. If you're thinking about moving, you're thinking about selling, call her. She will help you to the extent that you'll feel so comfortable doing what you're doing that it's a great experience, because at the end of the day, what's it all about? The experience.
Mhm.
I want to have a good experience. I want to know I was taken care of, and I want to be a happy time in the realm that we know it's a stressful time.
It's a very, very stressful time. Very stressful time. But it's when it's all finished,
It's a beautiful thing.
it's such a rewarding feeling having someone get the keys to a home,
Mhm.
and they're so happy, and it makes you feel good that
You did something really good.
you fulfilled a dream for someone. I love it.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Call Debbie as soon as you can. Thank you so much for being on the
You're
show.
welcome.
It's really
Thank you for
wonderful.
having me.
Thank
So
you.
nice to meet
Me
you as
too.
well.
Krista, I don't know about you, but when I get a house, this is where I'm going. Now, I don't know when it's going to be, but when it is, I'm happening. It's happening. You're the best.
I'm here
You're here.
anytime.
See Deborah, and don't forget to stay with us each and every Thursday from 9:30 to 10, or 10 to 10:30, or even 10:30 to 11. This is Scott Tanker, host of Breakfast with the Boss. Be there every week with us on RadioVisionNetwork.com. We'll see you next week, same time, same station. Have a great week.